Backyard flocks rarely get reported because they look dirty. They get reported when odor drifts over the fence. In suburban neighborhoods where houses may be only 10 to 20 feet apart, odor does not stay contained in your yard. Complaints often begin with a simple sentence like, "We've been noticing a smell." Most Coop odor problems are structural, not about how often you clean. If you control airflow, moisture control, and drainage, ammonia becomes rare instead of routine. Ammonia forms when nitrogen in droppings combines with moisture. In small coops under 40 square feet, concentration rises quickly because there is less air volume to dilute it. Here is a simple test. Open your coop early in the morning and take one slow breath at the entrance. If you smell sharp ammonia within 3 seconds, ventilation is insufficient. If your eyes feel irritated, levels are already high enough to matter beyond your fence line. A practical baseline is about 1 square foot of total vent opening for every 10 square feet of coop floor space. That area should be divided between higher exhaust and lower intake so warm, moist air can rise and exit instead of lingering. 2 vents at the same height often move very little air. Without a vertical pathway, circulation is weak. Bedding depth is the second control point. In small chicken coops, bedding should generally be 4 to 6 inches deep, so dry material can absorb moisture before saturation begins. Shallow bedding saturates quickly, especially beneath roost bars. Once the lower layer becomes damp, odor production accelerates even if the surface still looks dry. Use the squeeze test. Take bedding from beneath the top layer and compress it in your hand. If it clumps or feels cool and damp, it is holding too much moisture. Dry bedding should fall apart immediately. You may have noticed that turning bedding or moving it into compost often makes ammonia smell go away quickly. Aeration introduces oxygen, which shifts microbial activity so nitrogen binds instead of volatilizing as free ammonia gas. Trapped moisture plus low oxygen creates smell. The solution is airflow and adequate bedding to reduce it. Drainage is the third structural factor. If mud or standing moisture remains in your run more than 24 hours after rain, background dampness will amplify odor. Compacted soil holds water longer than many people expect. Raised floors or gravel bases dry more reliably. Feed management also matters. Wet or spilled feed can ferment and create secondary odor. Store feed in sealed containers. Remove damp spills promptly. Deodorizing products can buy you margin, but they cannot replace structure. Zeolite, for example, binds ammonia molecules and can reduce odor quickly in high-load areas like under roost bars or in brooders with limited air volume. On a busy day, scraping droppings, fluffing bedding, adding a thin layer of zeolite, and topping with dry carbon can buy you time. If ammonia keeps returning, ventilation or moisture is the real issue. Humidity amplifies smell perception. Complaints are more likely during still, damp mornings or just after rain, even if you cleaned thoroughly the day before. Most city codes regulate nuisance conditions rather than smell specifically. Persistent odor drifting beyond your property line can qualify as nuisance, even if the coop appears clean. The goal is structural prevention rather than constant scrubbing. Adequate high-low ventilation, 4 to 6 inches of dry bedding, drainage that clears within 24 hours, sealed feed storage, and periodic early morning smell checks usually keep ammonia levels low. In suburban chicken keeping, odor control is not an optional detail. It is quiet compliance that keeps your flock exactly where it belongs. Please hit that like button and subscribe, and don't miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.